Hello everyone, this is Luke. I thought I'd just make this video when I had this fresh thought about what's happening in America at the moment. This is basically a warning to every American, especially those who have faith in God. What's happening in America at the moment is very spiritual. We need to look at it in a spiritual sense. Actually, what I see happening in America is, you know, very strategic. Black Lives Matter and rioting and all those protests. It happened. It started with a very, incident that could be easily isolated news on TV even a few months ago. But it became so big. I'm not trying to minimize it. I mean, it has. We've always had those news, about these shootings and unjust killings, and it's not just black people, but any we should be angry and upset about. But what's happening in America is very there is an agenda. There's a spiritual agenda, and I'm just gonna say it. It is to basically promote the group mindset, or people in America when they are exposed to this media telling them that there is wrong racial racism occurring in America, which it's hard to justify based on just a single incident. Because if you look at the statistics, but the media will ignore it and won't look at it. And this is basically where it's going is the election. The Democratic Party, the left, has the plan to basically thwart the efforts of the Republican. And the media, 90% of the media are for the Democrats and against the Republicans and against President Trump. And they are basically trying to overthrow the efforts done by President Trump over the last 4 years. And this is a very worrying. I mean, the Democratic Party always stirs up things based on, not facts. They ignore facts. They try to, stir up the emotion of the people. And that's exactly what happened in Korea, with the President Park. She was basically, had to step down from presidency because of the events that are completely unrelated to her. And the media had basically attacked her with all sorts of lies, which many in Korea still believe. And it is atrocious. And I'm so saddened by the fact that many are, fooled or, tricked into thinking, and associating the single events to what's wrong with the government or President Trump. And the reversal is happening in Korea, where people think the President Moon is doing well, even when he's not. The media is so good at it, and I mean in Korea, it's about 95% of the media are for the government, and they are funded by the government, and it's horrible. And basically the president had, and the same thing is happening in America. Exact same strategy, and we need to look at it spiritually. It is to undermine the basically Christianity. I tell you, Christians, wake up. People who believe in God, wake up. We need to see it. We need to discern what's happening here. And I just introduced this statement. Satan tries to destroy the works of God by destroying the government. And in destroying the government, they can control the people. And by controlling the people, they can also control their spirituality, keeping people away from God and keeping people from thinking logically and believing the lies that the media is bombarding at us. And this is so worrying. And what I tell you is do the research. Do the research. Know the facts. And the facts can free us. And we need to be rational. And I believe, I hope the Americans are, they won't be brainwashed. They won't be brainwashed by the media. The lies they are, doing, and all sorts of things, and how they record and, of these protests, and how they organize different protests. And it is very worrisome. And I know, so what I pray is that people won't be fooled by the media, and that you will see through the media's efforts in controlling your mind, using racism as a, emotional, stir up method, basically, so that you will be angry, and you will be angry and not against racism, but also against every form of authority, including what the government is doing. In turn, that you will not vote for, Trump. Even those who supported Trump will be against him if they are, tricked into thinking, it is all because of Trump. That's why things are happening here, even when it was a single event which should be completely isolated. So, America, I pray for you. Wake up. You need to know the facts and do not be fooled by the media. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all the other channels, they just one after the other. Their efforts to destroy President Trump. And if you look at it, Donald Trump, he's done more for black people than others, I believe, because of his effort to foster and nourish the economy through providing jobs, protecting the, rights of the workers in America. And that's what leaders should do for their people. And he plays fair. He does play fair. He's not taking advantage of other countries. He's just playing fair. And the media is just picturing him as warmonger or whatever, racist and all sorts of things that's just despicable. And I'm just fed up because the media is doing exactly what they've done to Korea, trying to destroy the freedom of people, the democracy of the country and the nation, undermining the rules and the law, and just do whatever you want according to emotion, and the media will support you. And that's despicable. I'm not happy. I'm sure many won't be happy about that. So I pray for America. Please wake up. Please see through it. Please learn from what happened to Korea. The Korea is heading towards a communism at this stage. All the law and rules are overthrown. And it's very worrisome. So please do study and research and know the facts, what's happening. Do not be fooled. Do not be, do not believe what the media is saying. Yeah. I'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.